The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of salt. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Halo, Episode 7, Inheritance, a.k.a. Kwan Ha's episode.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Hey, guys. You remember how last week it was all Master Chief? Guess what? This week, 100% Kwan.
But no, there was some like Master Chief in it.
It wasn't actually him,
But
it was
Kwan was with him.
It was like a DMT trip.
Yeah. With his helmet off.
No, he had it on. Did he?
He
Did take it off. He took off in a dream.
They can't even do it in a dream right.
He did beat the shit out of her, though, which was...
He killed her a couple times.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Kill her again. Do it again.
That's the part of the episode we all wanted.
I was like, yeah, I like this DMT trip. This is great.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. We're talking Halo, Episode 7, Inheritance. I am joined, as always, by my panel of nerds. MattVader's here. What's up?
I'm ODing
On
throat spray. It's awesome.
Chloroseptic, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Jude is also here.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, it could be better. Matt Kadish is also here. What's up, dude?
So I just want to remind our viewers that CBS sucks and they keep copy claiming our stuff and blocking it. Hold on. Okay. So we don't normally we like to include contextual clips of what we're talking about, but because CBS is being such jerks about it, we're doing kind of like ghetto references, like screenshots. Yeah. But they're even going back years through our channel to copy claim stuff. Alex, you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, so I got an email this week that we got copyright claimed on a trailer reaction video, which we don't do very often.
Yeah, we've done like 12.
There was a trailer reaction video that we put out there for Mark Wahlberg's Infinite, which came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Or at least the trailer did. And they had to have combed through our channel and found just any property that was owned by Paramount and was like copyright claimed. And I was just like... Are you guys high? We have 5,000 subscribers. Get a life.
There's a guy whose job it is to watch our shit and tell on us.
You know how many views that video has? Like 8.
Dude, they got some like little turd intern to like say your job, dude, is just like go to all these little YouTube channels and just copyright strike.
Dude.
Manually copyright strike.
I'm never I mean, obviously I have to discuss this with you guys for the podcast, but I am inclined to never review another Paramount show on the show ever again.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
I'm sticking with Apple TV and Amazon.
Star Trek, I'd have a problem. But you know.
Well, they even claim that shit too.
I know. But we don't do clips.
Yeah, you guys do live streams.
Like, all I got to say is...
It was just ridiculous.
All I got to do is say is a frick of you, CBS. Frick of you. Yeah,
also, the crazy thing is like trailers are meant to be circulated and people to see them and get excited. And so like the idea that studios copy claim trailers makes no sense to me at all.
It's like, how dare you let us hype your show that we think's kind of...
Mine!
It was freaking bananas. I couldn't believe I got that email. I laughed and I texted you guys. I'm like, guess what?
It's literally free advertising for them.
Oh, the world is an absurd place.
Anyway, we're here to talk about Halo. Take it away, Kadish.
All right, so before we talk about Halo, we should probably take a quick break and then come back and sell people stuff.
All right, cheers. I'll be right back when I finish this. All right, we're back. I finished my drink. If you guys want to support the channel, go to saltynerd.com/DC. It's a really fun mobile fighting game where you get to collect your heroes, upgrade them. It's called Dragon Champions. We have a ton of fun playing it. We have our own guild. So if you get yourself to level 20 after typing in salty in the promo code area and working your way up, it's not that hard. And you can join our guild. We have 25 slots open. I think we're about halfway there, if not more.
And our promo code gets you a nice little starter pack, gives you some gold, some character shards, and a lot of stuff to get you going.
Yep. So if you're a fan of Halo as a video game, you might be another type of video game fan, go download Dragon Champions. All right, episode 7, Kwan Ha's episode. Take it away, Kadish.
Yes, Kwan Ha's episode. Everyone's favorite character that they dedicated an entire episode to. So this is episode 7 entitled Inheritance. We start off with a flashback where Kwan actually has a decent haircut and she's having supper with her resistance family in the deuterium mining rig sometime before the Covenant attack. We're introduced to Ruben, a young recruit who one of the surrogate family thinks would be a good love match for Kwan. But as it turns out, Kwan's always been an annoying bitch, and she quickly dismisses Ruben and accuses her father of lying to his men about their chances of liberating Madrigal before storming off like the little brat she is. In present day, Kwan has her stolen dune buggy and drives it into a sandstorm where she hears a noise in a sandstorm, mind you, and stops the car. She gets out and is immediately kidnapped.
Okay, I got to address the haircut. She was unrecognizable.
Completely.
With a decent haircut.
Looked kind of good.
She looked good. I was like, holy shit, she's not that, like, she's a good looking girl. Cool. And then
she got to be a third wave feminist and she wanted to like chop all her hair off.
I don't know what's going on with that haircut, dude. But it was just weird. Like watching that
Party
scene.
in the back, all business up front.
I wonder if this, because at this point in time, the show has recovered, or not recovered, but has resumed filming after the COVID thing. They took a long ass break. And then we have a different showrunner too, right? I think, because they switched showrunners halfway through the season. And I'm wondering if this was a reshoot. If they were like, hey, we need this scene with her, and the actress had already like grown her hair back out, and they were like, it's okay, just come back.
A wig.
You think it's a wig? Oh, okay. Well, fine, whatever. My theory went out the
Wigs
window.
make everybody look better, including me.
She does look better like that. But anyway, and then the sandstorm thing, this is so stupid. I'm sorry, but she's driving in a dune buggy with no windshield. She doesn't have any goggles on. I don't know. You guys ever driven out in the desert before on a dirt bike or something?
I don't want to go out my front door
Dude,
when there's a dirt storm.
We just
outside.
had a windstorm like, what, a
couple
week
days
ago.
ago.
Yeah. It was horrible. I didn't go
nasty.
outside.
No.
It smelled weird.
There's just dirt everywhere. It's awful.
It sucks. And
dark. Can't see
like
anything.
she's like driving this dune buggy, and there's like a wall of dust coming toward her, and I'm just like, don't close your eyes or something.
Close
like
your
squint.
mouth,
Like,
too.
yeah. She's just driving down the front. I was just like, oh god, this is so.
It's gonna like make you cough and stuff.
Yeah, it's so bad.
You can't even like drive. That's why there's windshields
Yeah.
in a regular car on a regular day. You can't just have wind flying in your face.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
I don't think she had any chloroseptic to clear it up.
And then
either.
she gets.
Yeah.
not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
And she stops the car because she hears something and sees something in a sandstorm.
Yeah, brilliant writing.
She's Kwan Ha, so
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
please continue.
Yes, please.
Let's get this over with quickly.
All right. Somehow Soren appears to have reloaded his last save checkpoint and is now on Rubble and throwing a party to celebrate his less than triumphant return. Despite the festivities, his smuggling partner Squirrel is less than thrilled about Soren losing his ship and not cashing in on Kwan Ha's bounty and publicly calls him out about it. Soren confronts Squirrel and intimidates him into leaving while Soren's wife, Liara, smooths things over to get the party back on track. But Soren is still pissed not only about his public humiliation, but also about his failure on Madrigal.
Squirrel's right.
Squirrel.
Yes, and also, how did Soren unlock fast travel?
Well,
Like-
you know, space travel is like a ball of yarn.
You're ruining it.
He just loaded
he's
his last
back.
save checkpoint.
He's back at Asteroid Town.
I
last-
was like, how did he get
Yeah.
here?
The last thing we saw was Kwan
had a
Ha
gun to his
knocking
head.
him out and putting a gun to his head for no reason.
I did
would
not
like-
even pick
And
up on that.
in this scene, we literally clipped to him back on Rubble.
I need a flashback episode in the next episode about how that happened.
He unlocked fast travel.
That was weird.
I love that he reloaded his last checkpoint. That shit's funny.
I forgot about the Soren stuff in this
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
It's like he's kind of a dick.
Well, I like that about him, though.
Yeah, me too.
Because he's a pirate. And
Yeah.
it makes sense that he's
and
a dick.
He put his XO in like his place.
Yes.
Like, listen, man,
Listen,
don't get
dude,
uppity
when
with
he-
me.
when he's got
I
this-
will fuck your day up.
He did fuck his day
Yeah,
up. He
man.
like crushed his leg with a forklift.
Yeah.
And he's like, you gonna fuck with me? I'm gonna fuck with you back. And the dude was like, oh, okay, sorry.
boss.
And he's like, he raises the forklift and then walks away. And
I'm getting like
thank you.
I'm getting like a vibe of him who Rooker's first mate in
Rookers?
Michael Rooker's first mate in
Guardians of the
Guardians of the Galaxy. You know that goofy dude that plays his second
James Gunn's brother.
Yeah, James.
Oh,
Gunn's
yeah,
brother.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting that kind of a vibe.
Gotcha.
Off that.
Well, it was funny because like at the party, so they're all in like their like day clothes, and like when Squirrel and his like girlfriend showed up, I was like, who the fuck are these people?
The new characters that we just got introduced to.
Well, no, like they were introduced when Chief came to Rubble. Like they were the ones who like went and got Soren when they saw like Master Chief.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't until they got in their like space gear that I was like, oh, okay, now I recognize them. But like at the party, I was just like, who are these people?
Yeah,
It's weird.
just upper crust space pirate society.
This is super nitpicky, and I don't expect this to be taken seriously as a criticism, but when anybody is driving on the ground, like no hovercraft, like actual wheels on the ground in this show. The camera of them in the car driving, there's no movement.
Did you know? I noticed that too. It was very distracting.
But then you zoom out, and they're like
they're not even on a road,
terraining over rocks and shit. But then they go back to the character cut, and they're just like, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I was like,
it's like, come on, guys. My brain, I'm literally going, just do better.
Yeah,
because that's all.
That's all it is.
Like, they're literally not even on a road.
Yeah,
they're going across open
terrain
desert
with rocks and shit.
Like, if I get in my Jeep and
with
I go,
also a storm blowing.
Yeah. If I go in my Jeep and I go 2 miles that way out into the open Nevada desert.
Oh, you're bouncing all over the place.
It's the same kind of shit. If I'm going 80 miles per hour, I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
we're gonna
your
wreck.
hair's moving a little bit while you're driving.
Yeah, your spine's gonna compress. You're gonna break your back.
Oh God, it's ridiculous, man. It's just. Can they put roads out in the desert?
I just noticed that.
Is this not a populated planet?
Because they do this.
Did the donkeys not like make roads when they terraformed?
I just thought it was funny because they do the exact same thing with like the Nazi bad guy in this show. He's in his futuristic Tahoe, and then a couple scenes from now, and he's driving on the same terrain.
Yeah.
And then they cut to him inside his cab, and he's sitting there like drinking champagne and shit.
His little espresso and shit.
Well, 500 years in the future, shocks have come a long way.
Yeah, I guess with their 500-year-old
from their
Tahoes.
1997
those Tahoes have damn good shocks.
Yeah,
okay, man.
Their suspensions are great.
Yeah.
All right, what happens?
I'm starting to get pissed off now. God damn it! What are you doing? I kind of like this show, but now you're ruining it for me.
Yeah. It's like a ball of yarn.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're ruining it.
We need more Master Chief. No more. Kwan Ha needs to die. Can we just glass this planet?
Her story literally comes to an end at the end of the show, right? Like they're kind of done. Like Soren fucks off, and she's just left there alone. And I'm like,
well, no, she's gonna meet up with Master Chief. Yeah, and it's gonna be like a whole thing again.
God, shoot me.
At least she's not like Space Jesus. He has like
they're
the power
not.
to touch the thing.
Well, they might. They're probably going to introduce that soon. She's going to be like a mystic or something. Go ahead. What happens next?
All right. Kwan Ha is now at the Mystic camp, and she demands to know what they said to her father to change him. When the Mystics tell Kwan that she's not ready, she's like, "Fuck you, I am ready. I'll fight all of you." The Mystics tell Kwan that her rage blinds her to the truth of her destiny, but Kwan is like, "Rage is all I have left, bitches." And as this is going on, Venture Grath is being driven in his stylish yet futuristic Chevy Tahoe through the desert, having confirmed that Soren fucked off from the planet and Kwan Ha is somewhere at large. Hey, remember that badass female assassin he hired a few episodes ago? Yeah, she's gone, replaced by a generic white guy who tells Venture that there's no way Kwan Ha could find the witches of the desert, but Venture Grath notes that the Mystics are what made General Ha so dangerous.
I'm still trying to figure out. They literally left us off with the last thing that we saw with Soren and Kwan, was she ninja'd her ass up and put a gun to the back of his head.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah.
And now he's like fucked off back to where his home is, and they're having a party? What happened? Honest to God.
We don't know.
I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That is the worst skip of what
I mean,
it blows my mind how poor it is.
If you really think about it, like how long has Kwan Ha been driving in the desert? if Soren walked to like a space, place
100 miles away.
They were literally on their way to find a ship for Soren to get home, and she abandons him apparently.
Yeah, left him in the desert.
Middle of the desert after sticking.
And then just drove.
She had a gun to his head. Yeah. That's where we left him.
And she said, "Count to 1 million."
Well, when Chief took her, to Rubble that first time, it was like a 12-hour journey or something like that.
They were in slip space for a long ass time.
Travel is like a ball of yarn.
It's like, oh hey, Kwan Ha, I know you got a gun to the back of my head, but I really got this party I'm gonna be late to. So if we can just fuck off and go drive the Jeep, I'm gonna walk the week out of town to go find a new ship so I can
fucking date a dinner party to get to.
What is going on?
Yeah.
What is happening?
So Kwan Ha's been driving in the desert for at least
4
days. 3 days. And it took Venture Grath that long to track down the fact that Soren left the planet.
What was really funny is in your synopsis, you're like, "I am ready, fuck you." You're not even exaggerating.
No, that's literally what happened.
Literally what she said to them. And she's like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna fight you all." Again, not an exaggeration.
We haven't even got to the desert witches yet. I want to know how he got from gun to the back of the head to his party at his asteroid shack.
There is no explanation.
It's the dumbest
Fast
thing
travel.
I've ever seen on television.
Pause, select fast travel.
He literally loaded a
invasion. This is invasion level bad.
Yes, it is.
It is preposterous what they did to us there.
Yeah.
It completely took me out of this fucking whole series. So what are you doing? Who's running this? Who's making these decisions? It's ludicrous, guys. It's the dumbest thing. It wasn't even I go, is this a flashback?
It looks like
are we flashing back?
Yeah, it seems like that,
Is the next episode, is he going to wake up or all of a sudden we're going to be back?
In the trunk?
What is going on?
It's just bad editing and bad storytelling.
That's
That's all the excuse.
It's like, it's awful. And now we have space bitches and tents.
How many
with some really good drugs?
How many millions of dollars is each episode for this show? And they pull
Too
something.
many.
They pull something like
It's
this.
preposterous.
Yeah.
I need my thesaurus.
He does it twice, though.
I need the thesaurus for
Dude, he
bad
does it
words.
twice in this episode. Not only does he flash back to the
He
freaking
has,
dinner party.
he has the coolest teleportation blinking technology I've ever seen in my life.
But then without a ship, because remember, his ship is gone. Right?
So he
gets back.
Jawwood out.
He got Jawwood, yeah.
Yeah.
He goes back to Rubble. He has his dinner party. His wife gives him a pep talk or something, and then he goes back to Madrigal with no ship.
Yeah.
And shows up right where Kwan Ha happens to be.
No, but they went on a mission. Before he went back to Madrigal.
Yeah.
He went and got his cool little space teleportation drive.
Yeah.
That
They went
James
pirating.
Gunn's dumb shit brother
he went for a pirating
was gonna
thing.
go gank out from underneath him. He's
Yeah.
like, oh fuck you, man! I'm gonna go on this whole adventure while Kwan's out here in her 24-hour adventure. What is going on? What is this? What is the timeline here?
It's a bad show.
It's
Yes. All right.
I'm gonna explode.
Move on. What happens
Well,
next?
I also thought it was interesting that they spend all this time building up the female assassin that Venture Grath hires, and in this one they're just like, "Oh, she didn't work out. I hired
She
I hired
wasn't
this guy
available for
instead."
this episode.
No, like I said, this is before and after COVID. Like this is when the new showrunner came in. They started the story from whatever the other guy left off with, and they're like, "Well, we'll just pick it up from here."
I feel like I mentally blocked this episode out, and now it's all coming back.
I was watching it because
It's
we were
so
talking
dumb.
about it when we were watching it. I watched it. I'm like, it's not that bad. But now I'm like, oh wait, it is
bad.
Yeah,
It's not good.
like I didn't hate Kwan Ha as much as I did in.
I mean,
the beginning.
before, it's like, okay, we don't like her. She's a dumb character.
Yeah.
We make fun of her haircut. But now this show is just stupid.
Futuristic Tahoe.
Yeah, futuristic Tahoe. It's
Look at the terrain.
Yeah.
and then look at the people inside.
they're in a cool hovercraft. Nope. It's got wheels.
It's got wheels, bro.
It's got wheels. And no road. It's just,
Look at him in his freaking ascot.
I'm done.
Let your hatred consume you.
Lord Vader, rise. All right, what happens next, kid?
I need more booze.
All right, back at Rubble, Soren makes nice with Squirrel, telling him that he hasn't been appreciative enough of Squirrel's contributions. A flattered Squirrel lays out his plans for a big heist, which Soren approves of, and it seems like the two pirates are now BFFs again. Soren and Squirrel lead a salvage crew to raid the UNSC freighter Bukovac, where they successfully score a big haul of loot that will fetch a fine price on the black market. Before the pirates can escape with their ill-gotten gains, Soren pins Squirrel's foot under some cargo and puts him in his place before leaving him with a broken foot. Back on Rubble, Liara chastises Soren for being so heavy-handed with Squirrel and lets Soren know Kwan Ha is still alive because Venture Grath just tripled the bounty on her. Despite hating Kwan Ha's guts, and justifiably so, Soren seems concerned that Kwan will be killed and he'll have broken his word to Master Chief about keeping her safe.
Why the fuck did he leave?
Can I just take a hit out of that? Can I drink out of the bottle?
No, you can have a sip of my cup though.
I just want to drink out of the bottle. It's cooler that way. All right. You guys don't care, do you?
He doesn't want your
alcohol.
chloroseptic lips all over it.
Oh yeah, dude, you got some 8-year cough going on over there. Fuck that.
He's got the throat clap. Dude, if you're like, yeah, have some of my whiskey, no problem.
Chloroseptic.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Oh, that was good.
Neither is Redemption.
That doesn't even make me gag or nothing.
Not a sponsor. Redemption.
Thank you, Tom.
Oh, we're not supposed to do that on YouTube. Sorry. Never mind.
Can we?
This is the best part of the episode when Kwan's not around. Sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Soren is a way cooler character than Kwan. I like that he's a dick. I like that he fucks around with people. I like that he's a pirate. He's cool.
But this is like in some alternate, like
This is a different timeline.
alternate spatial timeline, right?
It's like a ball of yarn.
It's like we're at invasion levels of bad here. It's
You keep saying that.
It's bad. It makes no sense
Hey,
at all.
no one's swum through space yet.
I was just going to
That
say,
hasn't happened
can't
yet.
wait until Kwan Ha dog paddles through space, through the ball of yarn.
And gets to reach.
And that's how she teams up with Master Chief again.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this.
She just leaps off of Madrigal as it's getting glassed.
Right.
Avoids it.
She rides the shockwave
She
of
does.
and
And
like does the full Jupiter ascending like boots in space
Yes.
thing.
Well, that was cool.
I love
Fuck you.
dogs.
That was my favorite part of that movie.
I love dogs.
This movie needs this show needs Channing Tatum with
Space dog.
space skates and
Pointy ears.
and that dragon dude from Jupiter.
Yeah.
That guy was pretty cool.
Okay.
You know, that was a cool movie, dude. Jupiter Ascending, much better than Halo. That is for sure.
They're neck and neck. That's a fact.
Mila Kunis? Hell yeah, dude.
She's hot.
Yeah.
All
She's
right.
from Ukrainian.
Is she really?
Yeah. Her parents are Ukrainian or something.
good for her.
She speaks Russian.
Yeah.
All right, what happens next?
All right, back at the Mystic camp, the Mystics give Kwan Ha some drugs, and Kwan starts tripping balls and has a vision where she has to fight Master Chief and keeps getting killed by the Spartan because she's a 90-pound girl who can't fight worth shit. After dying multiple times, best part of the show, Kwan eventually realizes that she has to let go of her rage and accept Master Chief's help. The vision of Master Chief then leads Kwan to a portal where she sees her ancestor speaking with a monitor drone. The ancestor then morphs into Kwan's father, and he reveals that the Ha family destiny is to serve as protectors of the Madrigal portal to the Halo ring, and that she will be destined to raise an army to keep Madrigal safe. Kwan gets some closure by saying goodbye to her father, and then wakes up from her trip knowing she has to go back to where it all began, the deuterium mining facility where her father died.
Wait a second. So the hole in the well thing takes you to Halo, the Halo ring?
No, I don't think so.
I don't understand. It's this show.
Okay,
So they're doing so many stupid, weird things. None of it makes any sense.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. This whole thing has roots in the lore. If you go read the books and shit like that, which is fine. Let me finish. But for this show, which is supposedly supposed to be made for people like you who have never played the games, this is too fucking deep.
Too deep.
This is way too deep. People are lost. Nobody gives a shit. If you want to really understand it, you got to go read like 6 audiobooks to find out what the fuck they're talking about.
What did you?
Yeah.
You got to read.
You got to read audiobooks.
Read some audiobooks.
Is that an oxymoron?
Got to listen to some audiobooks or read the book.
Speaking of, go to Audiobooks now.
Yeah, Audiobooks Now is a new affiliate. That's true. Nice, Jude.
Type in our code.
Cheers.
Well,
Nice
audiobooks.
segue.
After our next commercial break, we'll come back.
Oh, just roll with it.
Let's go.
Come on.
Good
Audiobooks
Lord,
Now.
That was smooth as fuck.
It
man.
was. It was as smooth as Redemption Bourbon, not a sponsor.
Way to go, man. Way to ruin it, Kadish. You just like, completely blew that whole
Well, we
segue
have
out.
to take a commercial break, guys, because
Whoa.
we're a fully produced
Whoa,
TV
whoa.
show on Fox News.
He's not amused. He's not. I can tell by the look on his face. He's like, fuck you.
One of these days, they're going to start playing us on CBS, and then we will have come full circle. Like a ball
true.
of yarn.
Like a ball of yarn.
We'll be on like some late night show on CBS.
Yeah,
Never.
We're going to replace Will Wheaton for the Ready Room.
Oh, wouldn't that be
God.
epic?
So tell me, why does it suck so bad?
Here's your new co-host, Will Wheaton.
Tell me.
Candace is going to be like, just play ball. This is a really big deal for us. I'm like, fuck you, man.
I would never play ball with Will Wheaton.
Well, I'm glad you have a line.
We got to have standards, goddammit.
I'm going to give Kadish an excuse to use the fuck you, Will Wheaton picture.
Oh,
in
that's
our
right. We have
Halo
a
episode.
GIF. We
Yes,
do have a
do.
GIF. Fuck you, Will Wheaton.
We use it weekly on Saturday morning.
Dead on the staircase.
Yeah,
What movie was that from?
That was Toy Soldiers.
That's right.
The best movie ever.
With
'cause
frickin'
Will Wheaton got like 18 holes in his
Samwise
chest.
Gamgee.
Your new producer is Zack Snyder. Are you guys excited?
You know what? You can tell we're checked out when we go off the rails.
Oh,
on other
yeah,
shows.
hardcore.
Fuck Halo. This show sucks, dude. I'm out.
I misspoke earlier. I said Soren was the best part of this show or this episode. That's a negative.
In his
Best-
alternate timeline?
Yeah.
Okay.
The best part of this episode was watching Kwan Ha just get completely obliterated by Chief.
I was going, again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
They did it like 6 times, and I was like,
I want more.
yeah.
I want like a dozen more.
Give me more.
I wanted her death to be more gruesome.
I
and
know, me
painful.
too. It's like,
Yeah.
chop her head off. Slice her throat.
I thought this was was so annoying, though, because she just didn't learn anything each time. She got up and was just like, I'm going to beat you up every single time.
Here's the thing.
She's so annoying. I hate her.
Like,
I know
put a shank in her ear.
This is going to sound, Jesus Christ. This is going to sound weird, but I have to give them credit for not letting her win.
Yeah.
Like if they were like, oh, she's in a DMT trip, she's fighting a Spartan, and her gumption and her will to survive overturns the freaking competition, whatever the hell they want to say. They didn't do that.
Honestly, if they had, I think people would have flipped tables across the world.
I wanted Master Chief just like, she comes like running at him, just go, thump, and just like.
He kind of did.
Just kind of twist her head.
She starts like whipping him with a chain that's obviously too heavy for her to be whipping around, but she's like starts whipping him with a chain, and he just goes, bah. And it's just like this heavy-handed freaking like metallic clang.
Yeah, it's like,
and she goes flying.
I'm like, whoa, he's not supposed to hit a girl like that. That is not cool, bro.
Chief don't give a fuck.
I've seen a lot of that lately. Like dudes just like knocking the fuck out of women.
What did we
just
watch
like
recently?
I don't know, but it was like something.
Oh, it was Firefly. When Malcolm Reynolds beat the shit out of Kristen, what's her name?
Just
Hendricks.
Fucking jacked her right in the jaw. I was like, damn.
There's one thing in this scene that I wanted that I didn't get.
What's that?
And I really wanted Master Chief to go, say hello to your mother.
That would have been epic if they had done that.
I love it. She tries to stab him, and he just picks him up with one hand. Yeah, that's great. This is a fun scene.
Because she dies.
Because
multiple times.
Should I feel guilty about that?
No, you should not.
I kind of feel like I shouldn't enjoy this as much as I do.
I think they were having fun killing her as many times as they could. But I'm still trying to get over the whole Soren just fucked off. I don't get that.
We'll get back to this. This review is going to be like 6 hours long. We keep talking.
You know what really annoys me about Kwan Ha, and I just realized it this episode, I think probably because like we have so much of her in it. She talks like Data from the Goonies, or you know, like
what you talking about, Dr.
Round.
Jones?
Yeah, exactly. She talks like Short Round, like every single scene, and I'm just like, oh, it's so grating. I hate it.
Yeah, she can speak English, right?
I don't know.
Does she not?
I don't have an issue. I don't want to bring up the actress.
Not at all.
I don't want to shit on the actress.
It's not the actress's fault that her
character's bonkers.
Character sucks. Yeah. We're not going to Rose Tico this chick.
No.
You know. So it's just a bad character. It's terrible.
I feel bad for her. I really do.
Rose Tico is a good analogy for her.
Hey guys, I'm going to finish my drink and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. All right, I finished my drink. If you guys want to support the podcast, and if you're a fan of audiobooks like we are, go to saltynerd.com/audiobooks. That's it.
That's it.
saltynerd.com/audiobooks. And you can get a discount, I'm assuming. We type in, I'm sorry. We're new. This is a new affiliate, so we're just kind of working out the kinks right now.
Yeah, so basically when you go to that page that you just listed, saltynerd.com/audiobooks, there's a coupon code on that page that you can then use to get like 2 months free with like their subscription service, and also get like a couple free ebooks that are like in the premium realm, and it's a lot of cool stuff. We also list my ebooks and Jude's ebooks on there as well.
I was just going to ask, can I see Lawman Rick and Berenger on that show? Can I listen to it?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet. Where is it at?
saltynerd.com/audiobooks. Yep.
Salty?
Nerd.
Salty Nerd is the code?
No.
What's the code?
Salty.
This is a new affiliate, man. I don't know the code.
No, the code is listed on the page when they go there.
Okay, cool.
Let's spend 20 more minutes talking about it.
Yes, let's do it. That's a new affiliate, guys.
Anything to not talk about Kwan Ha.
You think that was better than my smooth transition
Oh, no.
earlier?
It
absolutely was not.
Edit it out.
What you did was Redemption Bourbon.
Yeah.
What he did was straight Tito's.
I like Tito's.
I'm drinking it right now.
Not mixed. All right. Keep going, Kadish. What happens next?
All right. So Kwan Ha goes back to the mining facility from episode 1, and it just so happens that Venture Grath sees her arrive there thanks to his satellite surveillance. As Grath and his goons mobilize to go get Kwan Ha, she goes back to her family quarters at the mining facility and finds some conveniently placed writings of her father's, which just happen to be laying about out in the open, where General Ha asks his grandfather what he's destined to protect. And there happens to be a very well-illustrated picture of the portal on the back of that letter. Then Soren shows up, obviously having used his fast travel ability once again, and reiterates to Kwan that if he found her this easily, Grath and his men are on their way as well.
Oh, shit.
Then, on cue, Venture Grath and his men show up, and it's obvious Kwan and Soren are outnumbered and outgunned. Luckily, being the master tactician that she is, Kwan convinces Soren to let Venture Grath and his men enter the facility, then use the space pipeline to detonate the hydrogen gas in the mine and kill them all. And once Kwan reveals her family's money stash, Soren's like, oh hell, why not? And the two prepare to pull a Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh, how dare you reference that awesome movie with this shit.
Wow.
Okay.
Just
Everything is way too convenient. How the fuck did Soren
Everything.
get there?
he just shows up.
How did he find her?
How did he know where to go?
Well, Alex,
It's like a ball of yarn. I don't understand it. Also, you're telling me,
listen, this I was in. I think this episode broke me, guys.
it's possible. We only got like 2 left, right?
Yep.
I'm so tired of shows starting out well and then
Shitting on it.
Shitting
being
the
awful.
bed. Yeah.
So you're telling me that once the Covenant came and like wiped out this one facility and everybody was gone, you're telling me that another group of people didn't come in and take it over and start utilizing to make money? Because that's what they were doing. They were mining something that was worth money and then like selling it. You're telling me that the main Nazi bad guy didn't send his own people over there?
Dude,
Hey, take that facility over.
It's only been 36 hours. Okay, it's not that big a deal. There's nobody's even decomposed on the.
Yeah, where all the bodies go? There's nobody there.
Well, the aliens are still there.
Yeah, the alien corpses are still on the ground.
What about the human ones?
Well,
There was like 300 people there that died.
they just magically.
What about that?
They
That
magically disappeared.
That shelf, not shelf, that little shed that they all hid in. Remember in the first episode in the big
those
battle
pictures.
scene?
There should be like 80 bodies in there, right?
Yeah, like where all her friends
Well,
were there.
I think they explained when Kwan returned to Madrigal City when she talked to her father's general that they were allowed to go and collect their dead to bury them. But they left all the alien corpses
just
and
laying out there
all
in the
the
middle of the road?
equipment, like everything worth anything out. Just
You mean the
But, I mean,
giant
they-
box of money in the cabinet? They just left that there too.
Yeah, and they took the Tahoe though, right? I didn't see the Tahoe sitting outside.
Oh, it's gone. It's worth more than the box of money.
Utah, give me 2.
Give me 2.
What is wrong with this show? God damn,
It's
dude.
broken, dude.
I hate
It's
this
broken.
show. I hate this now. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Her episode's the worst. Like Chief, like
Who's in charge of this show?
somebody who regrets it.
I'm calling his ass out on Twitter, dude. I'm doing it.
Kwan Ha's in charge.
Chat, find out who's in charge of this show because I'm gonna light him up.
Just tag him on Twitter.
I'm
What the
kind of like
fuck?
what the fuck, dude? It's like who's writing this shit? Fucking Joe Biden's fucking teleprompter speechwriter. It's like Jesus Christ, this is such bullshit. It's just. It's
You know what
nonsense.
America? You know what America is?
Fuck this show. I'm over. I'm out.
They're off the rails.
I'm out.
So gone. Anyway, the fight scene was fun. I guess. I thought. You know what I thought?
The worse these shows get, the better our podcast.
Yeah,
is.
that's true.
Well, the thing that got me is like, so Kwan Ha's father apparently had a big box of letters he had written to his father and his grandfather asking questions about his destiny. And they're all like written in like Mr. Miyagi style, like North Korean.
Lights on, lights off.
Yeah, and it's got like these beautifully illustrated, like you know, like ancient Asian, like
he took his time.
pictures. Yeah,
He was an artist. He was
yeah, and Kwan Ha like apparently never saw these, just like lying around in their quarters.
It's everything about this whole thing is all way too convenient.
Yeah.
Like it's just really poorly written.
Jin Ha was like, I had a vision that I'm going to die today. I better leave this out
Yeah.
for Kwan to find.
And hope that nobody else finds it.
Right.
Anyway, I thought the death of the main bad guy was.
We're not there yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, what happened next, man?
All right, so there was a big action scene. Soren does all the hard work and single-handedly Rambos most of Venture Grath's men. Kwan Ha ignites the space pipeline, causing an amazing explosion that kills Venture Grath and all of his Gestapo. Soren is battered and bruised, but he gets his ship back along with all the money Kwan Ha promised him. And as Soren walks away, Kwan says, "We'll see each other again." And Soren replies the exact same way the audience does by saying, "God, I hope not."
Is that the end?
Yeah,
Accurate.
The
Oh
end.
man,
Dude,
this is awful.
I thought the big bad, like just dying, this was a huge letdown. Like, it was very underwhelming.
They killed the dude, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Space Nazi man?
Yes, he's gone. He blew up in a fireball.
Him and all his SS soldiers.
Unless, which I hope they don't do this.
He probably jumped in a hole.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to come back with like a half a burnt
he's
face.
going to be Two-Face.
He's going to be Two-Face. He's going to be a little psycho. More psycho than he already is.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I hope not.
Maybe they'll just like put his head in like a box and he can talk.
That'd be hilarious.
Like in Doll Man.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool, right?
Like Futurama him.
It'd be great if this just turned into a full moon production.
Oh God, that'd be great. It's just,
That's how to get me back on board.
That's what we're doing. We're Doll Man.
We're gonna rewriting it?
We're putting his head in a box.
Okay.
And he's going to be like,
my head
kill
in a
that
box."
Kwan Ha, dumb bitch. It's like just from here up.
Oh, Jesus.
I will say that I thought that this action scene at the end was pretty well done. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fine. It was, you could understand what was going on. You knew where their positions were. It was
She
well
used
shot.
one of those sticky grenades on a guy.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
That's not what the sticky grenades look like, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so at the end, Kwan Ha's like, yeah, this is what I owe you, a shit ton of money and a ship. How did he get there?
Yeah,
without
exactly.
a ship?
Well, that's the whole thing.
Where did he get the ship?
How did he get back home and then back to Madrigal?
And then he got his ship back, which we saw previously get taken away by somebody else. And it's just there in the desert still.
Yeah, it's just insane. These people, man.
So his original ship that he took Kwan Ha to Madrigal with was out in the desert. It got completely stripped by Venture Grath's men.
Right.
And so like he couldn't get back to it. And so like they had to steal a bike, a moped, and drive 200 miles through the desert to the nearest city with a spaceport in order to get a ship.
But they didn't get there.
Back to Rubble, which they
made it halfway.
Yeah,
Made it halfway.
They made it halfway, and then Soren apparently walked the rest of the way. I don't know.
No, but then he came back and got a gun to his head, and then
But then Soren went back to Rubble, and once he's on Rubble, he has other ships that he can apparently take back. But then like he'd leave that ship behind to take his like stripped one back home.
none of it makes any sense.
And like once he landed on Madrigal, how did he get to the mining
Listen,
facility?
there's a really easy explanation for this.
Is it a ball of yarn?
Public transportation. He
I'm
took the
just-
public transportation from Rubble to Madrigal, and then they dropped him off in the nearest city with a spaceport. And then he walked the 200 miles to get to Kwan Ha's home base, showed up, and then they walked back to where his ship was parked. It was put back together because when the bad guy dies, the parts respawn. They respawn back into the original.
Just like in the game.
Just like in the game. He reloaded the checkpoint and his ship came back.
How did he know where Kwan Ha was?
Fuck you. All right, it's just.
It's like, when you make a mistake and you accidentally fall off a cliff in a game, you're like, fuck. And then you restart it and you go last checkpoint and you go back and your ship's still there. That's what happened.
Give me that.
I will say,
That is smooth.
I completely agree with Kadish's synopsis where when Soren says, God, I hope not, that's what literally everybody watching the show is thinking at that point. Well, maybe we'll see each other again sometime. God, I hope not.
This show completely went off the rails.
It did. It fell apart.
It fell apart.
And you know what? It's very fitting that it fell apart during
Kwan Ha.
Kwan's episode.
Yeah.
Of course it did.
Can we quit talking?
Yeah,
about
we can stop now. Are you done? Is that the end?
That was the end.
Perfect.
It's just. So now you ask me. So are you still in? How you feeling?
Yeah. How's
And
the new?
And I go, no.
Okay.
I'm out. I'm done. I just like
We've
I'm watching this show under protest now, and I'm flaming it the next 2 weeks. I don't give a fuck how
Jude's
good
trying
it
to
is.
fist bump you.
I know.
Boom.
It's like I don't even give a shit if it's good the rest of the way.
All right.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done too.
Good job, CBS. Good job. You ruined another cool franchise.
So, side note, real quick. I went back and I found a live action trailer for Halo 3 ODST, which is a game that both Adam Baldwin and Nathan Fillion worked on as voice actors. It's a dope ass game. It's one of the best Halo games out there. And the live action trailer for that game is what this freaking show should have been. Mm-hmm. It was basically Band of Brothers in space. You don't have to have Master Chief as the main character.
Where did this character come from?
She's made up.
She's made up,
Yeah.
right? And she ruined the show.
Yes. That's what they do. When they make a character
Why?
up.
Good job, CBS.
That's
You
what they do.
Fucked it up.
They make up a character out of thin air.
You insert some bullshit and you screw it up.
Yep.
It's just, whatever.
Yep.
I'm out. Just,
Yep. Anyway, the ODS, go check it out. It's a great trailer. It's freaking dope. It's what I would it's what I would have wanted to seen. Like you follow a group of normal humans who are in the army, in the ODST, you're working for the UNSC, fighting the Covenant. And throughout the show, regularly throughout the show, you're working with Master Chief, who is the leader, who is the guy that your main character, whoever it might be,
give me that show,
is following and saying, that's the freaking badass dude that I want to be. And he follows him into war, and they go on missions together. That's the freaking show we all wanted. And they gave us this
pile of
hot garbage.
I'm sorry, dude. I know you were like a fan of this. You're a huge fan of this.
I'm still a fan of the games.
Yeah.
But, leave it to modern sci-fi to fuck it all up.
Foundation.
All right. Foundation. Invasion. Halo Asian. Ball of yarn.
Madrigal. Yeah.
Where can they find you?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You can find me at MattVader74, mostly on Twitter, and I'm also on the other places. And also you can find me right here on this YouTube channel at saltynerdvideo.com every Saturday morning with Mr. Kadish over there. And our fun crew as we break down another CBS show. Fuck you, CBS. Of the Star Trek. Surprisingly, the Strange New Worlds, we all kind of liked it. Yeah, Picard was trash, but Strange New Worlds first episode was okay.
First episode.
They've
got a long way to go.
I'm going to preface that. The first episode was okay.
Yeah.
You need to be careful.
I know.
Don't get your hopes up.
So we're going forward
Don't
from there.
fall in love.
I mean,
I'm not falling in love.
I really like Anson Mount. He's a cool ass actor.
He's a good looking dude.
I'd watch him in anything.
He's got some crazy salty hair.
Dude,
going
that
on.
freaking salt and pepper hair.
He's named after a sex act.
Yeah. So, yes. Strange New Worlds is not bad. And we talk about Strange New Worlds every week on this channel. So there we go. Jude,
where can they find you?
You can find me in the middle of a ball of yarn
somewhere.
at I am Jude Juju.
Kadish, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter. KadishBooks.com takes you to our Amazon page. And fuck you, CBS.
Yes.
Googling
I would
the
like
sex act right now.
Anson
What is
Mount?
it?
Yeah. What is
Have you Anson mounted me?
Is that like Riker, like mounting the chair
like
from
the
the
chair
back?
he does the climb over.
That's great.
Oh,
What
you've never done that to me.
I gotta figure out what the Anson Mount is.
I'm Googling that.
I'm doing it too.
I wouldn't.
The booze is kicking in right at the right time.
We're going to go talk to Drunk 3PO in a minute. And I'm fucking toasted. Okay, folks. I'd like to officially apologize to our listeners for picking Halo instead of Severance on Apple TV. We had a plan. We were like, as a podcast, we're going to stick with Apple TV Sci-Fi, and we were going to go do that. And then I was like, no, guys, let's talk about Halo.
You got excited and hopeful.
They always blow it. They always fuck it up.
I'm sorry. My bad. Subscribe, comment. What do you
This is
think?
what happens.
Yeah.
You have hope in your heart.
I'm actually looking forward to Invasion Season 2 now.
It's going to be so much fun to
It's
get
going to be
drunk
great.
and trash.
I love that show. It's so much fun to talk shit. People like it when we do that
I
too.
really need my Swimming Through Space t-shirt immediately.
Okay.
I need it
All right.
immediately.
All right. I'll get on that. saltynerdstore.com. Grab some merch. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay salty. FUCBS.